All right. Hey YouTube, I'm Lucky, and today I'm going to be going over the God Roll guide for the new Raid Shotgun Heritage. The API has been updated on light.gg so we can see all of the rolls. I mentioned this before, and I talked a little bit about this when I turned in those 100 spoils, but I wanted to make a full guide clarifying this, and I also wanted to clarify if you don't get the God Roll, how to know which roll to keep. So the first thing is that obviously if you only have one roll of it, just keep the one roll you got because this thing is really, really good. It's especially good for doing optimal boss damage. If you rock this heritage with a slug shotgun, the first in, last out, you can do nasty damage to the boss. You can easily get a one phase done. Right now, these slug shotties are super nasty, so definitely just keep it if you only have one. But myself, you can see here, I have 10 on this character, and I have 7 on my other character here. So I got 17 in total, so I have to decide which ones I want to delete, which ones I want to keep. So first thing I'm going to look over is that these two first slots don't matter as much. The barrel and the magazine don't matter as much, but you are definitely looking for as much range as possible. So you're probably going to want full bore here. This does take a little bit of your stability and handling, but that's not an issue in PvE. And this is not really an ideal weapon for PvP. You could probably pull it off here and there, but honestly, the Chaperone is in the same slot, and even though it's an exotic, it's just such a better weapon. So you're probably going to use Chaperone more than you would use this in PvP, but teach their own. You could find a good PvP roll, but for this purpose, I'm going to focus entirely on a God roll for PvE. Hammer Forge would also be good, but again, the barrel isn't as important. The magazine is a little bit important though. Assault Mag is like way better than all the other magazines because it actually increases the rate of fire, so that will increase your overall damage output. So definitely Assault Mag if you can, but again, it doesn't matter as much because it's such a small increase. And then in terms of the first perk slot, the first powerful perk, Reconstruction I have on this one right here. This is insane. I didn't realize how strong this is until I actually just went around and used it inside Europa shooting some enemies, and this thing is nuts. This is like auto-loading holster on crack. So if you can get a roll that has Reconstruction, it's already almost a God roll in and of itself, but if not, auto-loading holster is like, that's acceptable. These other perks aren't as cool. The dual loader sounds cool, like reloads 2 shells at a time, but it's really just not as good, but because it reduces your reload speed. Slide shot, outlaw, and hipfire grip, no. Like if you're trying to get a god roll of this, at least have a roll with reconstruction or auto-loading holster. If you have multiple rolls to sift through, and if you don't, obviously do the spoils farm like I've covered in another video, and beat that boss, and hopefully you can get a few rolls of this. Moving on to the next perk slot, Killing Wind is a strong perk. Thresh is a really cool strong perk, but that's more for clearing ads. And Unrelenting is more for clearing ads as well, but Recombination is the only damage increasing perk, so this is definitely the go-to. This is what we're looking for. And if you could get the 10 out of 10 God roll, the like insane, like I can't believe you got this, tag me on Twitter so I can just cry knowing that this exists in the world and I will never get it probably, would be Full Bore, Assault Mag, Reconstruction, and Recombination. Oh my gosh. If someone has that out there, I'm going to be very salty. Tag me on Twitter with the role you have, even if it's not that role. I want to see at Lucky10p tag me, but so that would be the 10 out of 10 God roll. If not, auto-loading holster and Recombination is insane. I still don't have that roll. But at the very least, try to get one of these perks because these are really, really helpful, especially if you're trying to do really optimal damage to Taniks in the new Deepstone Crypt raid, or optimal damage to really any raid boss at this point in time, because these slugs are just so nasty for melting bosses. So these are kind of essential, but this is definitely a nice additive perk there. So that would be the 10 out of 10 God roll, as I mentioned, and if not, auto-loading holster can be a subsequent roll. So there it is. And now, with that in mind, obviously what I need to do now is go over the rolls that I do have, and which ones I will delete and which ones I'll keep. So we got this dual loader Unrelenting. I think this is a 1253, so I think I might actually keep that because that might be a really high drop. I have Outlaw and Recombination, so I don't have the auto-loading there. Hipfire Grip, Moving Target, we can definitely get rid of that one. Reconstruction, I think I only have 2 of them with Reconstruction. They both have comparable rolls, so I would keep those for now. Hipfire Grip, Unrelenting. Oh, that was a 1254. Oh, what have I done? Oh, thankfully I have another 1254 here. Just as long as I don't delete this, I'm good. Alright, gotta be careful here. I don't want to delete anything that's too high level. Whew, that was close. I can delete that 1253 though, I guess, now that I realize that. So I'll delete the 1253. I'll make sure I keep this 1254 locked, and we'll move on from there. Gotta be careful with that. Alright, dual loader and thresh. That would be great for ad clear, but that is not the role we're looking for. Make sure I keep that one locked. Slide shot, snapshot. See, now this is more of a PvP type role. Wow. Accurized rounds as well. Handling, yeah, this would be not too bad for PvP. In fact, I might just keep that one, just so I'll give it a little try in PvP. I don't think I'm going to like it any more than like Chaperone. Chaperone will just overshadows this weapon too much, but we'll give that a try. Dual loader and Thresh, again, we can delete that. And auto loading and Thresh, I'll keep that one, so it's got one of those god tier perks. And slide shot, moving target, we can delete that. I'll take these few over here. We got slide shot and Thresh. That actually sounds kind of nice. You could just keep sliding around, but that would be mostly for ad clear. So overall, that's probably not the best. It's not going to be very optimal to be sliding around like crazy. I think so. I think I would get rid of that. I think auto loading would be just better all around. And I did actually infuse this one that had slide shot and Thresh because I think this was my first ever roll. So my first ever roll gets deleted. No big deal. So there you have it. We have I've got this one with reconstruction. I've got out recombination. This one has auto loading and moving target. And I think I have another one with auto loading and Thresh. So if one of these has assault mag, then I would definitely keep that one over the other one. But I think that neither one of these has assault mag, so it really doesn't matter too much. Moving target's not going to help me any. Thresh could help me if I clear some ads though, so I will actually keep this one and I will delete this one right here. So that one can be gone. So now I've got reconstruction, killing one. These two are identical rolls, appended mag, so if one of these has assault mag, I can delete the other one. Tactical mag, neither one. Apparently the assault mag is very hard for me to come by, but handling on this one. And range on this one with accurized rounds. So the range accurized rounds one is a little bit better, so I will keep that one and I'll delete this one. So we've got my one reconstruction roll here. We've got this PvP roll here. We've got this PvE roll with auto loading. And then we've got outlaw recombination, and slide shot, killing wind. That's my highest infusion. So one of these guys has got to get deleted. Outlaw recombination. Let's see if one has assault mag. Nope. No assault mag. No assault mag. So then we've got range, steady rounds. And if it doesn't have assault mag, then I would probably just go for appended mag. Would be nice to increase the magazine size. So this one will be a better roll than the other one. And extended mag is good, but the extended mag will actually slow the reload down. So that one can get deleted. So there you have it. Those are the rolls that I'm going to keep for the time being. It's such a new weapon. I'm excited to try it out a little more. I'll try it out in PvP like I mentioned. But this thing is just an absolute beast in PvE. So hopefully this video helps you, give you the insights into how to know what perks you want to keep and how to know to judge a weapon, whether or not it's a god roll or not. A lot of people ask me this all the time, like, how do I know if it's a god roll? Like, how do I know if I can delete it? And they end up becoming a hoarder because they just keep everything because they're so nervous to delete it if it's not a god roll. So I try to make these videos for you regularly. So make sure you subscribe with notifications on, and I'll help you figure out all of the god rolls inside Destiny 2 Beyond Light. See you in the next video. Later.